Welcome back, everyone. We are IvanVentures Podcast. So excited to be here, and believe it or not, we are already in episode number 4. That's amazing. I am so thankful with everyone who follow us and listen to our previous episodes. Thank you very much for the support. Our main goal is to keep you informed and aware on what's important and trending in the finance, investing, and business world. So, thanks again, everyone. My name is Ivan.
And I'm Mela. And of course, with us, as always, our faithful companion, Kat Miklo. I am so glad you guys could join us today.
You know, Mela, lately it feels like you can't turn on the news without hearing something about tariffs. It's a term that gets thrown around a lot.
Absolutely, Ivan. And I think a lot of people might, not fully grasp what they are or how they actually affect us. So today we thought we'd do a Tariffs 101, what consumers, investors, and businesses really need to know.
Perfect. Let's start with the basics then. What exactly is a tariff?
Well, in a nutshell, a tariff is essentially a tax. It's a tax that a government puts on products or services that are coming into their country from abroad. So, import.
Right. And I guess the idea is to make those imported goods more expensive, right?
Exactly. It kind of influences what people and businesses choose to buy. Think about it. If a U.S. furniture company imports wooden chairs from Vietnam and there's a 20% tariff, those chairs just got like 20% more expensive once they hit U.S. soil.
So the company might just decide, hey, why don't we just buy from a U.S. supplier instead? Or, they might just raise their prices for customers. It all just gets collected at the borders too, right? By customs agents?
That's right. Now, why do countries even use these tariffs, you might ask? There are actually a few key reasons. One big one is, believe it or not, to bring in money for the government.
Yeah, it's funny because, before the U.S. started collecting income taxes back in 1913, tariffs were actually the federal government's biggest source of revenue.
Which is wild to think about, isn't it? While they're not the main source anymore, they still bring in a good chunk of change. Like in 2022, the U.S. collected about $78 billion just in customs duties, including tariffs.
Wow, that's a lot of chairs.
A lot of chairs and other things too, I suppose. Another major reason is to protect local businesses and jobs. If imported goods are more expensive because of a tariff, then local products naturally look cheaper and, more competitive.
Which, helps keep jobs here at home, like steel tariffs, for example. They help U.S. steel mills sell their products at better prices, protecting jobs in places like Pittsburgh. But it's not always a clear win, is it? Because it can also raise costs for industries that use steel, like car manufacturing.
Exactly. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. Countries also use tariffs to fight what they call unfair trade practices. Sometimes countries might dump products, selling them abroad at super low prices, even below what it costs to make them. Or they might heavily subsidize their industries with government money so they can sell products cheaper overseas.
Yeah, China is often accused of, selling steel at really low prices, and U.S. tariffs are an attempt to protect American steel makers from, going out of business because of that.
Right. It's to try and level the playing field. And then finally, tariffs can also be used as a negotiating tool. Governments threaten or impose them to pressure other countries into trade agreements or, to get them to enforce stricter rules on illegal goods or even to get bigger contributions to international security.
Like when the U.S. threatened tariffs on Mexican goods to pressure Mexico to do more about, illegal immigration at the border. It's like a big political chess game, really.
It really is. So how do all these tariffs actually affect the economy and us, the people?
Well, the most immediate impact for consumers is often higher prices. When tariffs increase the cost of imported goods, businesses usually just, pass those higher costs right on to us.
which means things like cars, electronics, even groceries can become more expensive. Like a washing machine imported from South Korea, if it costs $700 and then a 20% tariff gets slapped on it, that price could jump to $840 or more for US shoppers.
Ouch. And while tariffs protect some jobs, they can also put others at risk. Companies that use imported parts face higher costs and might have to cut jobs or, raise prices. Farmers can lose customers if other countries retaliate with tariffs on US agricultural products.
It also creates a lot of uncertainty for businesses and investors. They need predictability to plan expansions, hire workers, or invest in new projects. Constant changes in tariffs just make that really risky.
Definitely. So what's the bottom line here, Mela?
For consumers, it's knowing that tariffs can raise prices on everyday items. So being aware can help you budget or, time those big purchases. For business owners, tariffs might protect your industry, but they can also complicate your supply chains. Stay updated to plan wisely.
And for retail investors, tariffs really move markets and impact different sectors like manufacturing and tech. Keeping an eye on trade news can help you manage risks and actually even spot investment opportunities.
Ultimately, tariffs are a powerful tool governments use, but they come at a cost. Higher prices for us, challenges for businesses, and market swings that keep investors on their toes.
So whether you're shopping for a new appliance, running a business, or investing in the markets, understanding tariffs helps you make smarter decisions.
Staying informed is your best defense. Please feel free to share your thoughts, ideas, and suggestions on any other related topics you'd like us to analyze.
That's right, Mela. Well, that's all for our 4th episode of the IvanVentures Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Please follow or subscribe and share it with someone who'd love these topics too. It really helps us keep going. Until next time, stay curious and keep building your path to financial freedom.